אני השם, בת 21 משוהם. כרגע אני נמצאת בעזה.
Is she being coerced? In the next couple minutes, I'm going to take you through about 12 different things that she is signaling to everybody who is watching, and I want you to see what she is trying to say. Let's get going. Look at her eyes. After she introduces herself, she looks directly at her captors to make sure she's doing the job right. Now I want you to pay attention as we move forward to her swaying shoulders. She will do this through most of the video. This is nervous energy, it's stress. There's nowhere for her to run, so it's coming out of her body some way, and this is one of the ways that it does that. In this next clip, pay attention to how quickly her eyes blink. Average for people is between 14 and 21 times per minute. Remember, the average is about 14 to 21 times per minute, and that's a very rough average. Some people are faster, some are slower, but hers was between 9 and 10 in 6 seconds. That's 90 to 100 per minute. That is stress. In this next clip, I want you to watch for her inner eyebrow raise. Not her whole eyebrow, but her inner eyebrow raise. This is indicative of sadness and stress combined. As you can see, the inner eyebrow raise, this is a standard picture of what this looks like. This is the face of sadness, of being forlorn, and having stress at the same time. It's the inner eyebrow raise. This is very difficult to do on purpose, but it happens very regularly when you're really stressed out and you are sad. Now watch, she swallows as she's talking about being in Gaza and having surgery. The reason why we swallow is our mouth goes dry when we are stressed. It's that cortisol and it's the adrenaline that's pumping through your body, and so you tend to breathe through your mouth. This dries out your mouth. Now the following clip, it is very, very clear that they have given her bullet points to read off of. They want her to stress very specific things in this video because the captors who have kidnapped her are trying to come across as people who are providing well for what they're calling their guests. So listen to how many times she does what's called a repetitive upward vocal inflection. This is where you say like blah, 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 blah. It's when you're trying to read off a list of things that you don't want to forget or that you want to make sure that someone else hears that you did. Now this following video, it's difficult to see because of the blue banner on the bottom, but she is breathing from her chest. This is something that if you study body language, you will know this. When you are stressed out or you have anxiety, you breathe with your chest and you breathe with an open mouth. If you're completely relaxed and comforted and you have nothing to worry about, you literally breathe with your stomach. If you look at an infant, a baby that has no care in the world, and you watch them sleep, they breathe with their stomach. That little round tummy goes up and down as they breathe because they're not stressed out. But an adult or someone who's in a situation where they're literally stressed out and the stress chemical cortisol is shooting through their veins along with adrenaline, this is what you get. Two things I want you to see in this last clip, very, very important. One is, as she talks about wanting to get out of there, she closes her eyes. This is what people do when they're in stressful situations and they want to get away, but they know they cannot physically leave. I said this in a different video, but it's very similar to someone who is waiting for a sentence in court. And as the judge begins to speak, they'll close their eyes. The reason why is they're trying to escape from being there. They're putting themselves in their mind somewhere that isn't there. She does this in this video. So she closes her eyes when she says that she wants to get out of there. And then the last thing that she does is she does a subliminal, she doesn't even know that she's doing this. She'll do a head nod as she speaks at the very end, talking about wanting to be reunited with her mother, her father, her family. She does a very slight head nod as she's doing it. And the very last thing you see is a smile on her face. She's been kidnapped. She's been abducted, but this is completely subliminal. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. So you see here, as I said, the closed eyes. Please get us out of here as soon as you can. She wants to be anywhere but here. Now watch the head nod. It's difficult to see, but if you watch it back, and I'll run it a couple times, you'll see what I'm talking about with the little smile at the end. So what's the verdict? Was she coerced? 100%, absolutely. She was probably going off of a partial script. The kidnappers were clearly standing there watching her to make sure that certain things were said, and she is definitely a person that needs rest, she needs food, she needs water, and she needs to get out of there. If you made it this far, do me a favor and check out one of these other videos over here, and I will see you very soon in the next video.